Happy May Day and welcome to Sync, the bi-weekly news show where we give you a TLDR, no BS recap of what's been going on in the gaming industry for April 28th through May 1st. My name is MikeyDood and let's get started. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Ubisoft proudly announced a new chapter in the Assassin's Creed saga entitled Assassin's Creed Valhalla. After both an art teaser and a beautiful CGI trailer, the creative and narrative directors sat down for a 20-minute breakdown of the trailer, showing off the beautifully crafted world of this ambitious title. Valhalla takes place both in the frigid wastes of Norway and the lush hills of England. The game's open world will focus on settlement building, forging alliances, all leading to your own Viking legacy. Yes, you heard right, settlements play a large role in Valhalla, serving as places for you to grow and customize with barbershops, taverns, and other amenities. Later on, a discussion around combat and role-playing mechanics provides a deep look into the expansive gear progression and the visceral combat system, where all sorts of axes, shields, swords, and even the legendary Hidden Blade are at your disposal. Valhalla seeks to provide players with a massive open world set in the Dark Ages with the mechanics to make that world feel alive. This ambition in an Assassin's Creed title is a drastic change for the series, and one that has started up a speeding hype train. We recommend watching both the trailer and the breakdown linked below. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will launch holiday 2020 for the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Destroy All Humans release date. The upcoming remake of fan favorite Destroy All Humans will release July 28th, according to publisher THQ Nordic. The famous Earth-conquering open-world game will be released on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One, and has a variety of editions available for longtime fans to purchase. Not much news had been released on the title recently, leaving fans to be thrilled with the seemingly surprise announcement. Ion Fury blasts onto consoles. That's right, Ion Fury, an adrenaline-fueled build engine game made famous for games like Duke Nukem and Blood, is a fantastic retro first-person shooter by developer Voidpoint and 3D Realms. Yes, that 3D Realms, who managed to take this 30-year-old engine and make a fantastic game. Ion Fury releases May 14th digitally and June 26th physically on the Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. You can actually pick this up on PC today. One of our writers highly recommends it. Epic will periodically require two-factor authentication to claim free games. In a post this week, Epic announced that users of their store will have to enable two-factor authentication to receive free games. Epic is taking these steps to ensure user accounts are protected. This will also combat the selling of Epic Store accounts that have months of free games, something easily weeded out by two-factor authentication. EA and Stadia announced partnership and more Stadia news. Stadia's monthly Connect stream brought a few surprises and updates to the community. First, a major partnership between EA and Stadia has been reached. FIFA, Madden, and Jedi Fallen Order are coming to Stadia, with 5 other titles to follow. Octopath Traveler is also making its debut onto the Stadia platform, which is an all-around great physical RPG with a captivating art style. Stadia is free for 2 months to try out through Google Chrome or a compatible phone. Naughty Dog addresses The Last of Us 2 leaks. Developer Naughty Dog has addressed the recent leaks that have plagued the delayed release of The Last of Us 2, stating essentially the spoilers are real and fans should do their best to avoid them. They are highly disappointed, as many of us are. The 100GB mammoth of a game has leaked, but they are sure to remind players no matter what the game will be in our hands soon enough. A great and measured response to such a problematic leak. The Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima release dates. Sony has confirmed new release dates for both The Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima, with 2 titles releasing on June 19th and July 17th respectively. We're massively excited for these titles, and happy gamers can experience them with only a slight delay due to the COVID-19 crisis, which will surely impact sales of the games in some way. Gearbox announces Brothers in Arms TV series. Gearbox Software and Marvel Studios are partnering up again to produce a Brothers in Arms live-action series, with Scott Rosenbaum as the showrunner and Richard Whelan, who helped with the Brothers in Arms Pacific miniseries. Scott previously wrote and produced for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and V. This is not the first partnership between Gearbox and Marla, after good old Randy Pitchford struck a deal to bring a Duke Nukem movie to the silver screen back in 2018, but this has much more potential to be made since several PBS series exist with the same name. Deadly Premonition 2 release date announced. Deadly Premonition 2, sequel to the cult hit directed by Swery, has been given a release date of July 10th for the Nintendo Switch. The game follows the adventures of an agent sent to track down a serial killer in a game world seemingly equally inspired by the works of David Lynch and Shintaro Kago. Runescape developer Jagex acquired for $530 million. RuneScape developer Jagex and the holding company that previously owned them have been acquired by a larger holding company in a terrific example of capitalism. The sale was reportedly valued at $530 million, a profit on the original sale of Jagex for $230 million back in 2016 to the original Chinese company that owned them. The new owners, MacArthur Fortune Holding, are an American company. Congratulations to all involved, and hopefully this means great news for RuneScape to come. Humble Bundle raises $6.5 million for COVID-19 relief. Humble Bundle's latest charity sale raised just over $6.5 million since its start at the end of March. In total, 208,527 total bundles were sold. Humble Bundle is working in partnership with several charities including Direct Relief, International Rescue Committee, Partners in Health, and Medical Sans Frontiers on the best way to donate the money. This is just one of the 2 light-hearted stories we have for you today. UK game devs giving free games to NHS National Health Service employees. A new website named Games for Carers has just been launched in the UK for the gaming industry to help give back to those on the front line of the COVID-19 crisis in that country. Workers for the NHS or National Health Service are able to log into the site and claim a free game or game subscription with 85,000 keys up on the site already. Many companies have stepped in to contribute here, including EA, Xbox, Konami, Sega, Jagex, and more. A truly noble and great effort to help those who are giving their all to help all of us. Star Wars Battlefront 2's final update. EA is putting another game on the chopping block this week after its announcement around Battlefield 5. Star Wars Battlefront 2 will be getting a final Rogue One themed update that rounds out the content set out from the start. The servers will be transitioning to provide more rewarding gameplay through double XP and recurring events. The developers over at DICE rounded off their blog post with, "As the game lived on with the players in our community, we're looking forward to hearing your stories for years to come. We here at Sync sure do." Riot relaxes requirements for Vanguard cheat engine. Valorant developer Riot has made some changes to their Vanguard anti-cheat software in the game's latest update. The changes are catered to those who felt the anti-cheat was too restrictive, especially with it launching on the computer startup. Riot has given players the option to shut down the software via the system tray or even install it separately from Valorant if they'd like to take a more lengthy but not permanent break from the game without worrying about the anti-cheat. A great way to make people feel better about the intrusiveness of Vanguard. Nintendo closing eShops in Latin America and the Caribbean. Nintendo announced this week the shutdown of all eShop services on the 3DS and Wii U for the Latin American and Caribbean regions of Nintendo Online. These regions could only redeem codes, but Nintendo warns users to download any titles they want now, as they will become unavailable on June 31st. The 2 regions cover 40 total countries, including Argentina, Bahamas, Costa Rica, and plenty more. It's a shame to see them pull this service offline, but sales of the consoles and the Wii dropped significantly in these 2 regions. Destiny 2 promises changes to content after fan frustrations. While Destiny players are duking it out in the Guardian games, the newest blog post from Bungie seeks to resolve some issues arising from the game's seasonal format. The new FOMO-induced headaches caused by this change are driven by the lack of reward for a player's effort. Bungie employee Justin Truman had this to say: "We've been closely watching and discussing each of these topics as we read your feedback. When our community managers relay that everyone at Bungie is listening, I assure you we are. The next big expansion is just around the corner and fans of Destiny should stay tuned." New Dying Light DLC announced. Dying Light developers Techland have taken to Twitter to announce a new DLC for the game entitled Hellraid will be released this summer for the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Details are scarce on what the DLC will actually contain content-wise, but a teaser trailer has been released hinting at more Dying Light goodness with a mysterious arcade machine. If the developers make DLC this far down the road for Dying Light 2 as well, this will surely go down as one of the most well-supported franchise in terms of DLC possibly ever. More news on Silent Hill. In our previous covering of the Silent Hill revivals, we missed a key post on Reset Era that could tie a loose end up. Apparently, a Silent Hill reboot involving multiple members of the original Team Silent, original director and writer Kiichiro Toyama, artist Masahara Ito, and famed composer Akira Yamaoka are named specifically, is happening and will be announced in the coming months. Reset Era staff verified this post, and when asked for clarification, a staff member stated they verified the information itself. The poster relates the game will be a PS4 exclusive, but may come to PC down the line. Hopefully this all pans out. Alright everyone, that's Sync for the 28th of April through May 1st. If you haven't subscribed yet but you'd like to, you know where that button is. Lastly, let us know what games you've been playing in the comments. Once again, thanks for watching and we'll see you next episode here at Sync.